emphasis and focus on the socio-cultural angle, but I am trying to bring it together with an economic perspective, because we cannot undertake any sanitation projects, plans and programs without an economic investment component attached to it. So, without breaking from the tradition, sanitation is a social cultural problem, and therefore it requires change in the behavioral aspects of the people, whether it is global or location specific. But at the same time, we must recognize the economic burden of poor sanitation that is taking place all over the world. 77% of the total amount is wastage, that is our gross domestic product, due to poor waste management and sanitation. In India, about 5.2% of its income, that is gross domestic product, is wasted due to poor sanitation. It is the cost of sanitation. That's why the economic component is very important. Cost-benefit analysis of waste management and sanitation. By definition, we say sanitation is collection and isolation of human waste, but it has got both on-site and off-site. Therefore, I am trying to bring in economics to that. Maybe transportation, storage, recycling. At every stage, you have got an economic component, and even building of improved toilets. Studies have shown that improved health outcomes are dependent on neighbors' access to adequate sanitation, and sanitation is at the community. It is extremely unfortunate to see that manual scavenging is still being practiced in our country. Many thinkers feel that colonial mismanagement and discrimination of Indians and incorrect understanding of Indian baseline conditions are responsible for the behavioral, infrastructural and governance related issues of sanitation, and therefore it has become a public health issue. The narrative of the colonial rulers exists even today. Very often it is cited in international media. For example, what is written about defecation in Manusmriti, even if the instruction was given that they have to defecate away from home, meaning in the Anglican sense, what is being said is more important than why. Why did they say that? So why is the subtext, which in the cultural context of India is more important than the text? Text means what has been written. So Manusmriti is possibly because in that time period that was how one could be clean or practice cleanliness. It will not go today. These colonial rulers are also documenting texts which are not taking subtext into account. For example, we often praise British people, the missionaries, etc. They have improved the life of scavengers, they fought against untouchability, tried to elevate the status of night soil carriers. But at the same time, they kept the system intact because they themselves were dependent on that class of the community. Therefore, they were living in a situation of cultural dualism. So on the one hand, they are trying to uplift the conditions of the people, but at the same time, they were feeding on that system. So this is how I look into the socio-cultural aspects of sanitation. Today, even activism is part of sanitation, sociology. Therefore, in 1970s in India, Dr. Bindeshwar Pathak introduced the Sulabh concept for building and managing public toilets in India. When economics had turned into a social movement. In July 2008, Mission Sanitation was a fashion show held by the United Nations as part of the International Year of Sanitation. But the problem still exists. People normally use roadsides, plastic bags and railway tracks. That is tying and throwing a poo-filled plastic bag. That's known as flying toilets. People have created the toilets called flying toilets in open defecation, which is the biggest problem. Then I am coming to the cultural conundrum. Culture being the concept of sanitation practice, it brings in the philosophy of sanitation into the realm of sociology in general and action sociology in particular. Sanitation and culture are interlinked. Any analysis of culture, language and communication patterns can provide clearer ways of explaining and understanding human behavior. The problem of access to toilets and latrines, scavenging problems of night soil carriers, gender and sanitation, environmental issues in sanitation, race, ethnicity, untouchability and culture of sanitation, role of institution in sanitation are all the subject matter of sanitation, sociology and economics. When I come to specific economics of sanitation, Understanding an environment of political economy revolves around the study of both economic conditions along with political scenario of the region. Sanitation interventions have been estimated in a WHO study to be considerable and include foregone medical costs, the cost of time lost at school and work, and the time of savings from closer access. In 2016, the Down to Earth magazine reported that due to poor sanitation on a national level in terms of cost, India suffers the most, that is US dollar $106.7 billion wiped off the GDP in 2015, which means half the total global losses and 5.2% of, as I said, India's national GDP. Many people are simply unable and unwilling to invest given all the other competing demands on their money. So there is a problem of life cycle costs of not just sanitation but water, hygiene services in rural and peri-urban areas. In more than 6 numerous decades of independence, India has achieved about 50% of the sanitation scope. So still we have about 50% to cover as far as sanitation progress is concerned. So what needs to be done? Sanitation is critical for preventing many diseases, including diarrhea, intestinal worms, psychosomasis and trachoma, which affect millions of people. The generation to come must feel and live safely. We must study about conserving water, recognizing the financial economic issues relating to capacity of households, communities, payment for sanitation, construction, operation, reinvestment, etc. The environmental and sanitation study should draw the attention of academicians both to sustainable methods, holistic approach and SWOT analysis practice. Besides recycling, we must also give importance to treatment of waste scientifically. Already we have started the Swachh Bharat mission in 2014. The campaign aims to accomplish the vision of Clean India by 2019. As many as 49.62 million households in India have today toilets, but most of this data has to be verified. To conclude, group and community identity, gender roles and the relative importance to attach to different forms of authority and the ways in which it is exercised are all influenced by culture. All stakeholders across countries have their roles cut out, whether practicing or propagating good sanitation habits. With sustainable development goals, we must have shared development agenda, SDA, to ensure a world that is clearly more in line with the world that all of us want. So we must not brand rural people as ignorant and dirty, because that is the exact problem where we have to address and study and get in touch with. Honoring and respecting the hard physical labor and their dirty hands and feet, only then they should the washing and toilets message follow. So precedingly we must work with the dirty hands and then go with the message for cleanliness. We need more and more research on sanitation, that is scientific, social science and social service oriented. Thank you.